Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I'm out here in the rain and in the cold because the Cowboys have left us in the rain and the cold again. It sucks. It sucks because, you know what? The misery we're feeling, at the end of the year, there's only one team that doesn't feel this at some point. It sucks. What really sucks is I feel like a failure. I feel like a failure. I had this dream, or should I say, I was given this dream and this wish from Stuart Morrison. Stuart Morrison's two wishes were take care of Mama, and we did, and for the Cowboys to win a Super Bowl. Sorry, Stuart. I couldn't help fulfill that one. Shout out to the trolls that are descending upon the channel and telling us how much the Cowboys suck and you're making excuses. I don't know how I'm making excuses when I say that Dak was not good enough to elevate the team to win the Super Bowl. Dak was bad tonight. It just was. Stephen A. Smith is laughing. Skip Bayless is throwing Dak Prescott's jersey in the trash. The talking heads will kill us, even though the funny thing is I'm going to ask you a question. When the Cowboys messed up with Randy Gregory, when the Cowboys gave away Amari Cooper, when the Cowboys let go of Connor Williams and Lyle Collins and gave Michael Gallup the new contract, when they brought back Leighton Vander Esch and you knew that they're bringing back Brett Maher, did you think that the Cowboys would win 12 games? I mean, let's be honest now. I know the expectations are that Cowboys, that for some reason we're football royalty and normal things don't apply to us, and that we are destined every year that we're supposed to go to the Super Bowl, when the reality is we may be them boys, but we ain't entitled to jack. We're not entitled to jack. The Cowboys did a couple of things this year that we didn't expect. We didn't expect to have back-to-back 12-win seasons. We didn't expect to finally get Tom Brady off our back. We didn't expect to be able to compete with other teams that went out there and got a lot of great name free agents. But we did. Now, for the Dak is not the one, trade Dak mentality, I get it. And if you have a solution that says, here we go, this will get us Super Bowl. But as I look at it out there right now, because I believe Denver thought getting Russell Wilson last year was going to get them into the playoffs. It didn't. I'm imagining that the Cleveland Browns thinking that them getting Deshaun Watson would have gotten them into the playoffs, but it didn't. I'm imagining that the Carolina Panthers thinking that if they got Baker Mayfield, that they'd be a better team. But those things didn't work out. And as I look at the landscape, Carson Wentz will probably be out there. Maybe Jimmy G. I guess there's Derek Carr. Maybe Baker Mayfield. I don't see where you have a quarterback out there that you can get and put into the Cowboys and you're going to be in a better situation. If you want to move on from Dak, you can't do it next season. Potential out was 2024. So you got to have one more year of Dak. And if you're looking and saying, we're going to have to start over if we're getting rid of Dak, right? That's in essence blowing it up and starting over, probably new coach and coordinators and things like that. If you're going to have to do that, why don't you have the mentality of, let's push the chips all in? If you realize that Dak Prescott, you're looking for him to be exceptional to overcome everything, and you figure out that he's not, why not say, let's put the pieces around him to make him successful? Let's get the offensive line together and straightened out again. Let's get the running backs together that we can have to have a successful running game. Let's get a tight end who is a security blanket for when things break down. So that way we don't have to rely on winning and losing only with Dak Prescott, because that's the mistake we made with Tony Romo. There's nobody out there that's going to be able to live up to your expectations of overcoming and winning a Super Bowl. Because I've seen Aaron Rodgers, who we've looked at being the MVP 3 years in a row, who has not been able to do it without having people around him. I've seen Russell Wilson, who, when he had a great defense, when he had a great running attack, won a Super Bowl. But when he didn't have those things and his numbers are through the roof, he wasn't. That's the solution. That's what you have to do. You can't tell me that had the Cowboys had Amari Cooper or a wide receiver that's in better shape right now than Michael Gallup, that we're not better. Part of the reason we have to force this ball into double coverage and tight windows is we don't have guys that can get separation and get open. Noah Brown, he had a good season. But if Noah Brown is one of your main targets, you don't have a lot of good options. And here lies the problem for us. It's easy to go ahead and point and say, Dak Prescott, you sucked, and you did tonight. But you have to have the pieces so that way you don't have to go ahead and say, you have to be exceptional. Because what happened with Tony Romo was we either won or we either lost because of Tony Romo, because he didn't have the support around him. And until you do that, whether it's Dak Prescott or somebody else, you're not going to do anything more than you've already done. Now, we have plenty of time to dissect this now because it's the offseason, although the offseason really doesn't exist because right after the Super Bowl, which is the middle of February, you got to decide who you're franchise tagging, the end of February. And are we franchise tagging Tony Pollard to bring him back after he hurt his ankle? Are we franchise tagging instead Dalton Schultz? Are we going to let him go? Will Dan Quinn take a head coaching job in the next couple of days because now the Cowboys, he's free? Will Kellen Moore still be the offensive coordinator? And quite frankly, I think we need to change the offense. We're still dealing with Jason Garrettisms. We're still dealing with the Sean Linehan's offense. It's time to do something different so we can stop being so predictable. As players out there keep saying, they don't do anything complex. The saddest part is tonight may be the last time we see Zeke Elliott as a Dallas Cowboy. And the last play that he may have played as a Dallas Cowboy, he played center. It's maybe the last time we see Tyron Smith as a Dallas Cowboy. And understand that now that this season is over, this team is over. The team we have out there next year will be totally different. Now, I'm tired. I'm tired of having a season end like this where I'm sitting out in the rain, in the cold, watching other teams going for glory. I hate it. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I want more. We deserve more. I spend every single day talking, thinking, and promoting the Dallas Cowboys. And you out there, watch, listen, comment, subscribe about the Dallas Cowboys. We deserve better. But I'm going to end this tonight with some hope. Because going into this season, that nobody thought we'd even be a playoff team, that they told us that maybe we're an 8-win team, having lost our quarterback for 5 games, having given up a Pro Bowl wide receiver for chump change, having lost an edge rusher, that the Dallas Cowboys team was the 3rd youngest roster in football. And if Jason Peters and Tyron Smith and Zeke Elliott, that those players are gone next year, you'll be one of the youngest. And you have the opportunity to continue building, because these young guys out there, these Micah Parsons, who needs to be the team leader, the Diggs, the Sam Williams, these young players that you have, the Tyler Biadishes, the Terrence Steele when he's healthy, these guys need to be supplemented with others. But they got valuable time and experience that can bode well for the future. So I'm not ready to bury the Dallas Cowboys. I'm thankful for the season that we had. Could have been the Washington Commanders. That's what they pretty much predicted. It sucks losing. It sucks that we couldn't see the Cowboys fulfill Stuart Morrison's wish. But in life, sometimes you got to be thankful for what you have and not what you don't. I want to thank everybody for a wonderful season. I want to thank everybody for the support on the channel and being here. Trolls, let the games begin. Have at it, have fun with it, and so on. But in the end, tell the people you love how you feel, because you might not get the chance again. I love you guys. I'm sorry. I am sorry that we couldn't do it. I appreciate you. Good night, everybody. Oh, my Lord, 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 Lord. Oh, my Lord, 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 Lord. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.